Hi all, and welcome back. This is Doom the Dark Ages. I have to admit, I wasn't excited about this one at first, but now, I'd say it might be my favorite Doom game so far. In this video, I'll share my thoughts on the game and also touch on the low PC numbers that have been causing some drama, though it might not be as big a deal as it seems. If you want to skip to that part, there's a timestamp in the comments. To be clear, I'm not saying this is the best Doom game, just that it's the one I've enjoyed the most. Let me know what your favorite Doom game is and why in the comments. By the way, if you're looking to buy any Doom game cheap, check the links in the description. Doom is still Doom at its core. You shoot, strafe, and do melee attacks. It's chaotic in the best way, with demons everywhere and lots of blood. You still need to do melee kills to regain ammo and glory kills for health, which keeps you aggressive and always on the attack. The weapons you choose still matter in terms of effectiveness, and the game runs and looks great. The big addition in Doom the Dark Ages is the shield. You can block, throw, and parry with it. At first, I thought a shield in a shooter made no sense, but after spending more time with it, I get it. The shield, along with the block and parry mechanics, adds another layer to the combat. Doom has always been about managing health and ammo, and now you have to consider blocking, parrying, and shield throws as well. It makes the combat even more dynamic, adding a new level of decision-making that really shines when you're in the flow, just relying on instinct to pull off crazy moves. It's not as complicated as it sounds. Once you get the basic controls down, it just clicks. This extra depth is why I recommend playing on at least Ultra Violence. If you don't want to, that's fine. But the higher difficulties force you to make full use of the game's mechanics, which just feels better. You can scale the difficulty to your liking, but the experience is less intense if you're not pushed to use all the tools available. One key difference from Doom Eternal is that you're less forced to use specific weapons for certain enemies. That always felt a bit too puzzle-like for me. Having to match the right gun to the right demon felt too restrictive for me. Here, you still need to pick the right tool for the job, but it's more forgiving, letting you brute force your way through chaotic situations if you want. As for the story, I know a lot of people don't like it, but I prefer a straightforward, fun, popcorn-style narrative over how Doom Eternal did it. I get that some players prefer the more cryptic storytelling of Doom Eternal, but my attention span is so short that even my therapist can't understand what I'm talking about, since I keep jumping topics. Anyway, a few more quick notes. The pacing for new weapon unlocks is great, and the expanded toolset really makes you feel more powerful. The mech and dragon missions are fine. Just fine. They add some variety, but I wouldn't say they're a highlight. My only real complaint is that the emphasis on exploration can get a bit annoying, since upgrade currency is tied to it. I found myself constantly checking the map, which breaks the flow a bit, but it's a minor gripe. Alright, that wraps up my thoughts on the game. For me, Doom the Dark Ages is the best Doom so far, with more dynamic combat and a bit more freedom in how you approach fights. If you prefer Doom Eternal, I get it, but I still think this is a game worth trying. Now, about those PC numbers. Doom Eternal peaked at just over 100,000 players, while Doom the Dark Ages hit just over 30,000, about 3.5 times fewer players at peak. But peak CCU only captures the number of people playing at the exact same time, so the actual player count is probably closer to 400,000 if you include people logging in and out throughout the day. Add the console numbers, and they've probably already crossed the 1 million mark. Which, regardless of what Doom Eternal did, is still a great result. Plus, Game Pass is a major factor here. It's way cheaper than buying the game outright, and Microsoft probably accounted for that, so they don't need the same high PC numbers. Then, there's the hardware factor. While over 50% of Steam users have a ray tracing capable GPU, only around 60% of active GPUs can run Doom Eternal at 60 FPS, 1080p on medium settings. So, the forced ray tracing requirement might have turned some players off, but it probably didn't make as big a dent as some are claiming. Lastly, the higher price definitely made some players hold off, but I doubt it alone caused a 70,000 player gap. More likely, a lot of those players just chose the Game Pass route instead, which is still a win for Bethesda and Microsoft. Don't forget, if you want to play it but pay less, check the links in the description. To sum up, Doom: The Dark Ages is a fantastic game that might not be breaking records like Doom Eternal, but it's still a success. If you haven't tried it yet, I'd recommend giving it a shot. Are you going to try it? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, consider hitting like and subscribe. I appreciate the support, and I'll see you in the next one.